Good morning, Pile families. This is Mrs. Swart with another weekly update. This update is for the week of September 14th through the 18th. And I'm going to start with our Room 42 WAG, which is our weekly at a glance newsletter. So in ELA this week, as usual, they will be working in their WonderWorks book. We will be focusing on R-controlled vowels as well as adverbs. Our weekly focus for our morning meeting topic is growth mindset. So students will be learning about different ways to grow their own thoughts and be able to get through challenges. For math, students will be working on breaking apart add-ins to sharpen their addition skills. So they're going to be learning new ways to group into tens for addition to help them later on with multiplication and fractions. Lastly, for independent work, they will have two separate independent work items now, Wonders for their ELA and Class Hero for math. Up until this week, they only had assignments in Wonders. Now that we're a few weeks into school, we have added on the math. And we'll take a look at that in just a second. Our important dates this week, we have Pile Spirit Week. And if you take a look at our dojo, I have attached a picture with the breakdown on what each day is for the spirit count. Lastly, you can always check out our YouTube for how-to videos and feel free to contact me if you have any questions. All right, so let's jump over to our independent work for the week. Now, some students were saying that there was confusion. They thought it was homework. It is not homework. These are their actual assignments that we would be doing in class with them through their Wonders book material and through their math material. Typically, it's in Go Math and in Number Worlds. Right now we're using Class Hero because that allows me to target specific goals based on your student's IEP. So they will open up their Clever page, which you can see here. And this week I'm using Wayne's. I'm just using everyone's accounts to make sure everything's working. It makes it easy for us to see if there's anything we need to take care of. So they'll click on Mrs. Swart's e-learning page. And when it opens, you will see our daily virtual meeting. This is where we meet every morning, as well as the independent work. Up until today, only Wonders was here. Now we have Wonders and Class Hero. So let's open Wonders first. And Wonders does take a little bit to load. They are large applications, so I know many of the students will keep on clicking, but hopefully we'll get to a point where they know they just have to wait. And they scroll down to find their grade level, and Mr. Wayne is in 6th grade, so I'm going to click Launch in the 6th grade tab. It takes us to his landing page, and we click on the green circle for his to-do list. And it will open up his binder, all right? And these are his ELA and ELD, English Language Arts and English Language Development items that we are working on for the week. So the first one is the Interactive Reader, which is our short story book. So you'll click over here. It'll open their story. And they click to the right, and they can select these different icons to have things read to them. And they will go through the story. And then they close it, leave page, and click Submit. And I did speak with a parent who asked, what if my student doesn't actually listen to the story and just click Submit? Well, when we go to ask them questions about the story when we're in our small group times, that's when they're going to struggle. If they haven't read the material or listened to the material yet, they won't already have that in their minds ready to go. So I would just keep telling them, you've got to listen to the story so that you know what's coming up when you meet in your small groups. The next assignment are R-controlled vowels. So they click here, it opens in a new window. It opened pretty quick there, but this morning I've had some trouble. It took it a while. Now it says read each sentence and answer choice. Choose the word with the same R-controlled vowel sound as the underlined word and complete the sentences. So again, some of these do not read to them. Some do and some don't. So you may have to help your student with some of these questions. And so they would read the sentence, click the best answer. Over here is a check mark button, so they just check their answer and then click next. Once they're done, they close it out and hit submit, and we'll get another check mark over here. The next assignment is shared read, which is their main story, which actually starts on Tuesdays. So they would click in here, same thing, it'll pop up in a new window. They read through it, close the book, click submit. And the last one, vocabulary. So it pops up just like the R-controlled vowels. They click through the vocabulary work, click submit, and they will have their 4 assignments done. Now in Wonders, we do have our first test. And it is available to students to take now. You could do it in small sections with them if you like, but it is not due yet. Right now, what matters are the 4 things here. All right, so that's for Wonders for this week. Let's jump over to Math. So they'll come into here in Clever and click on Class Hero. And the great thing about Class Hero is I can make it individual for each student. Oh, and I don't know if you saw that there. There was an error code. It constantly says there's an error, but it does work. We're not sure if it's something with the application just not connecting properly, but it will get there. It takes it a little bit. So when your student first logs in, it's going to ask them to click on their card for the week and then give them this reward card to get started here in the bottom right. So it might not look exactly like this to start, but they click on a card and then it'll look just like this screen. And there is music that plays. I had muted it earlier when I was showing some of the students. So they will click on one of these 4. Okay, there's only 4 assignments for the week, even though there's 5 days. So there's only 4 assignments. So they'll click on each. They finish the assignments. It comes to my end and says, hooray, they finished. Each time they finish one of these assignments, they get an additional puzzle piece to work towards their puzzle. It's a pretty neat program. So this works specifically on their IEP goal items. Now, this week, everyone has the exact same assignments because I want them to get used to the system. Even though we used this in our classroom last year, I don't want this to stress out students. So for this first week, it'll just be some easier entry-level math questions, and then starting next week, they will start getting some of the math assessments that have to do with their IEP goals. And if you're wondering what those are, go ahead and take a look at their most recent IEP and flip through to the math goal, and it'll tell you right there what they're working on. And if you don't have it, that's okay. Send me a message and I will get that to you. So I'm going to turn his sound back on so it works when he goes on there. All right, I'm going to pop out of here because he might want to get in there right away. So again, each week now, they will have 4 assignments in Wonders and 4 assignments in Class Hero. Everything else, paperwork-wise, will be done during class. That is because we are trying to make it as equal as we can. We want to make sure that everyone has the same materials. And right now, not everyone in my class has all of the materials they need to be able to work on them at home. So the best thing I can do now is make sure that our independent work time is on our grade level materials in Wonders and your IEP based math goals in Class Hero. So please feel free to contact me. Let me pull up our, oops. There we go, our WAG. So at the bottom of the WAG, each week, I have on here ways to contact me. So you can always contact me on Class Dojo. I have it on in the background during class. So when we go to breaks, I'm able to respond. You can send me a message through the Talking Point apps between 8 a.m. and 6 p.m. Or you're welcome to email me. That is the slower option, though, because my email takes a long time to load. So I don't usually have that open. All right, so please send me your questions. And I look forward to seeing everyone on the web. See you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.